Good evening. My name is Banai, and as you can see, I'm deaf, as is my dear wife, Gila. We were blessed with 3 children, Liran, blessed memory, Yamit and Tamir, who are hearing. Gila and I always considered ourselves fortunate to have one another and our small little family. Liran, our firstborn, was handsome and loving. Early on, somehow, he realized that we couldn't hear, but he could. Quickly, he turned to be our voice and our connection to the Word. During the Gulf War, Israel was under the threat of Iraqi Scud missiles. My extended family moved in with us so we could take turns monitoring the TV that directed us to run to the so-called safe room. We were a total of 9 people, and the only one who could hear were Yamit, who was an infant, and Liran, who was 3 years old. One night during the ordeal, in spite of our plan to leave someone awake at all times, we all fell asleep. All of a sudden, I felt Liran shaking me. He was shaking me awake. I thought it was one of the usual things where my son is asking for a glass of water, but Liran signed the sign for alarm, so we all ran to the safe room. I looked at my son with amazement. Not only that this little toddler understood the meaning of the alarm, but he realized that it's up to him to act and to take care of us. Such responsibility never fazed Liran. He never tried to hide the fact that his parents are deaf. On the contrary, he always brought his friends home and bragged, "It's okay, you can make as much noise as you'd like, my parents are deaf." Whatever he did it with a smile, and he did it from all of his heart. When Liran turned 18, it was his time to join the army. Because of our deafness, Liran was exempt from combat position that would put him at risk, but Liran didn't accept it. He wanted to do something meaningful for his country. He wanted to be a combat soldier and to take an active part in defending the Jewish homeland. On the other hand, Liran was aware of what sacrifice it would be for our entire family. It would impact our life on a daily basis. Since Liran was our voice and our ears, Liran sat Gila and I down, and he asked us to grant him a permission to be a combat soldier in Givati. He didn't have to do that, since the army is not requiring permission from parents, but Liran felt that he couldn't do it behind our back. It was really hard for us. But we saw how important it was for Liran, and we gave him our blessing and said yes. Every time Liran could, he would come home, and the entire family waited to those precious moments to see him, to hug him, and to learn about his experiences in the army. On Wednesday, March 5th, 2008, it was one of those wonderful moments where Liran texted us, and he said that he and his good friend Neve are in the area and they are starving. They asked, could we stop for lunch? We sat across from each other, gazing at our beloved Liran. We saw how he had changed. The change was so marked that, in fact, we asked Liran if he was wearing new uniform. But no, it was a glow that came from within. When he left, we hugged him tight and told him to take care. That was the last time we saw him. For the very next day, Liran, along with other soldiers, went to a usual morning patrol in Gaza to check that no terrorists broke through the Gaza fence. All of a sudden, their army jeep they were riding was hit by a roadside bomb, and Liran took the full force of the blast. Liran was badly wounded. Officers came to our home to inform us about Liran. They took us to the hospital, and the doctor told us that Liran lost both of his legs, and he lost a great deal of blood. We enter Liran's room, where our beloved, tall, handsome Liran laid with half of him missing. For 3 days, we sat next to his bed and prayed to God to save our child. For 3 days, it seems like the entire state of Israel prayed for the recovery of Liran. For 3 days, Liran fought for his life. On March 9, 2008, this exact day, 2 years ago, Liran died. We couldn't stop crying and screaming. I stand here before you tonight, trying to convey to you the darkness of that same moment and how dark was the past 2 years. And I miss Liran's hug, smile, his scent. I miss Liran's happiness that he brought us. And I don't know how I have the strength to live without him for 2 years. Liran was our right hand, our peace of mind, our light in this world. Since that moment that we lost Liran, our world revolved around sorrows, cemeteries, and pain that will never go away. But at this moment, I'm standing here with tears in my eyes. I also stand here with pride. I'm proud of Liran. I'm proud of our soldiers. I'm proud of our army. And I'm proud of our country. My family and I would like to thank you for your support and help in the state of Israel. Thank you very much.